But I love working on growth. It's as I said, it's a problem that every startup faces, whether you're brand new or you've been around for a really long time. The approach that I like to take is what I'd call the science of growth, which is maybe a little bit of a fancy way of saying that there's a systematic way to tackle the problem of growing. And so if there's like kind of one unifying message of what I'm trying to say here, it's that growth is a science, not an art. I think a lot of the time when we think about growth, and maybe it's like a little less, depending on which blogs or hacker news posts you've been reading, maybe a little less prevalent of a worldview these days, that there's some kind of magic growth dust that you can sprinkle on your product, like whether that's email loop or some kind of referral system, and all of a sudden you're going to be growing and everything's going to be fine. That rarely, if ever, actually happens. And so what the only way that I've found to be able to do it, that I think that is a repeatable approach, is to think of your growth as something scientific, like a process that you can work on that will over time deliver you great growth results, not like some kind of magic thing you can stick into your product. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. The Prezzo is split into 3 different parts. The first part is about kind of preparing for growth and making sure that you're ready to kind of undertake this kind of scientific approach. And then it's about setting metrics so that you can actually judge whether or not what you're doing is working. And then finally, the actual kind of nitty gritty of what I call the growth loop, which is the 4 steps you can run every week or every other week to start to get results from your growth program.